big set, where them hands, where them holes, where them throws, you know what I'm saying? Cecil.
This is why I train in martial arts.
So, in the interest of making sure this is fair use, I'm not going to just read these two articles out for you verbatim. And I got a picture of me here to alter the content to make sure it's transformed into something else. We're going to talk about how to prevent pickpocketing, and more specifically, how I think you can take traditional martial arts practices and link them to preventing yourself from being pickpocketed. It says, I am not an expert pickpocketer, and I've never picked a pocket. I'm going to rely on alltimelist.com and Pickpocket Gene from pickpocketgene.com. Both of their general list of tips, I'm just going to go through real quick, and because they're pretty much the same. So some signs you're going to be pickpocketed are you look like you're lost, and that's common sense because people want to pick on someone they think is an easy target. You're sleeping. You can't be aware of what's going on when you sleep. You're at an ATM. That's opportunity. And some people want to look at your combination on your ATM for your password so they can snatch your card later. People nearby start arguing. This is the main point I'm going to come to where I say this really links to like your one-step sparring or particular practices. So basically, while you're distracted looking at those people argue, somebody comes over here and takes your watch, your ring, your cell phone, or whatever. Someone yells, there's a pickpocket around. That's kind of like seven. That's a distraction. You get scared, and then because you're too scared to think, they come and take your pick and pick your pocket. Someone's invading your personal space, just like when you're sparring. A person can't hit you or grab you or put you in a joint lock if they're not close enough. So if someone is too close, arm's length away or more. And while this video is being recorded, we're supposed to be practicing social distancing anyway during the time of coronavirus. So if they're trying not to respect their social distance, I wonder what else they aren't respecting. You're getting double teamed. One person talks to you while the other person walks up on the side. You need to always keep your head and look around at where do we do that before we move in our forms, right? You're pulling out a bunch of money. That's just advertising. You're wearing your bag incorrectly. It's kind of hard to reach something that's back here, right? So don't put your valuables on your back because you can't turn around in time to really get at it. And you're wearing headphones. You can't hear when you're wearing headphones. People will see you as an easy target. How we can link this to our traditional practices is like one-step sparring. When you one-step sparring, when you're the attacker, you down block and you yell, Kia, right? That's the distraction, that's an intimidation. So if they're causing an argument, that would be like the key for the person attacking you. So if they're causing an argument or they're trying to distract you, that's the key. Remember, in one-step sparring, when you yell back and you show that you're ready, yeah, you are devoting your attention to the person that just key-eyed. And after that, an attack is coming. So what you do to counteract that is you see this noise over here. They're yelling, they're fighting, they're arguing, or somebody's yelling as a pickpocket. Automatically, look and make sure it's not coming near you, then look around and see if anything else is coming. So basically, you're jumping from one-step mode to kata mode, tool mode, pumse mode, pattern mode. That's what you're doing. Go immediately into that. Don't start doing the form, but mentally, you might mentally see yourself doing it. Just like when someone tried to, when I know someone that tried to pickpocket me back in the day in public, I saw myself down block and yell when he was talking to me. That was a subconscious tip of this guy's trying to do something. So I looked at him and I looked around. I did exactly what I'm telling you. And because I just didn't feel comfortable and I just backed up and I put space between. He kept trying to come forward into my space. And I was like, so after a while, I was maintaining like a little bit more than sparring distance. And he gave up. And then I heard, hey, hey. And I heard some yelling and hey, and that guy tried to, and a crowd had gathered around and they got him. I didn't go towards the crowd, but some cops came and was like, "Oh, hey, you stop that guy. We were chasing that guy. You stopped that guy long enough for us to catch him before he got the next one. Thank you." And they went off. So I was like, "You're welcome." Wasn't really trying to do anything. My knees are ashy. That's why I'm doing like this. Protection against people seeing the ashy knees. But yeah, one thing I don't do. Where is it? I'm gonna see if it's on this page. Maybe it's on the other page. Well, it is on that page. When people nearby start arguing, after a while, you learn if you live in. I'll put it like this: if you live in certain areas, you learn after a while when you hear them yelling that way, you go that way. You hear them hollering that way, you go that way. Because it's only a matter of time before you hear them hollering that way, you hear them screaming that way, you start walking that way, and the next thing you know, you hear, oh, I can't do it here. You hear pop, 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 pop. You hear, I can't do it. Need a plastic bag. You hear pop, 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 pop. So that'll learn you. When you hear commotion over there, you go over there. But remember, that commotion is just like in one step. Because when people, a lot of times, if they're going to attack you or they're going to do something bad to you, it's still like a form of communication. So they communicate their bad intent somehow, some way, even if it's just a look that they're giving you to try to size you up because they want to attack you. We're talking civilian war, not wartime. We're talking civilian here, peacetime, that type of self-defense. They do something that could tip you off if you notice that they're going to try to come after you. That's their kia. Your kia response is to actually either not respond or say something to let them know, hey, I'm on to you. What I prefer is to not respond and to just move out of the way so they can't get close to you. And then if they insist on attacking after that, or trying to take advantage of you after that, they're going to have to come to you, they're going to have to invade your space, they're going to have to physically do something to attack you. And since you're aware that something's coming, that can give you time to come in with your counter, either physically or mentally, or strategically. So I would say if there's anything we need to improve, is that as traditional martial artists, once we get back to going in the post-COVID-19 world, is to practice having two people attack someone doing one step. One person down blocks and kias and yells, kia, and you're already going to need to have a look at them. But then look, and then automatically look around and have the other person ki. Then for the beginner phases, after a while, one person yells and kias and comes for the attack. And this other person can attack at the same time. They can wait. They can do whatever they want. But that's going to force you to move around. One drill that's in existence that happened in the pre-COVID-19 world was called the four corner jujitsus, or also the jujitsu circle, or one that one of my teachers did, jujitsu alley, where you're walking down a row of people, like one column facing here, one column facing there. They're all facing the middle. You walk down there, you walk through there, and people can randomly attack you at any time. When you're beginning, they have to key and announce first. They could either be in front of you or behind you, and then you react. After a while, they go key and then attack really fast, or they just randomly grab, and it trains your hindbrain to get used to stuff coming at you randomly, without you having to live in a bad area and learn that way. So thanks for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Please share this with people who like to talk about the martial arts. And peace. And thank you for your time. Oh, and in a COVID-19 world, since we can't be in each other's space, reading about a lot of this stuff is going to plant the seeds in your subconscious. Watching videos about a lot of this stuff will plant the seeds in your subconscious. And hopefully, it will come out at the right time and your brain will know what to do. Peace.
Where them kicks at? Where them hands? Where them holes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying? Cecil.